All right, so we have AnthonyDelTaco over here, PQ winner over at Tabletop Tavern.
Tabletop Tavern! Woo!
And he was running Guy, Rising Rebellion, took his opponent to Flavortown today, and we got him down for deck tech, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hand it over and see what he's got for you guys.
Cool. So this is Phi. Phi is Phi. Most people know Phi. So we have it in 3 different sections. We have our weapon, which is always Emberblade. We played Kodachi before, but it's not as good. Basketball Minimum. This guy comes in for Dromai, Lexi, and Bravo. You can make the argument for Oldham, but Oldham can be pretty oppressive, so you might want links for that. Tunic is for Icelander. Tunic is for Dromai. And that's usually the only time I play Tunic. Shuko into everything else, or Shuko into everything. Scalers into anything that doesn't have Arcane. Furnace is for any kind of aggro matchup. No Rune Gloves, this is a flex slot. The only reason I'm playing this today is because Eugene Galopchek is here, and I was terrified that I might get paired into the best Kano player that I know. This is Tide Flippers. Tide Flippers is just for Icelander. Icelander and Kano. Anything like Briar or Viscerai, we just go zoom zoom, because sometimes you need to snap something that's not a 2 base, so we run that, and then Lynx goes into basically anything that's fast. So any fast matchups, you run Lynx. Any grindy matchups where you need to pull cards out of people's hands, you run Momentum.
Is that a signature on there?
So that's Samyang, yeah, Samyang signature. Then we go to the core. Core is exactly what you'd expect. Art of War. This is the best card in the deck, obviously. 2 Phoenix Flames. I've tried 3. If you draw them, you lose. I've tried 1. If you need the utility of ditching it to E-Strike, you don't have it, so you always want that. 2 Rise from the Ashes. This card is above rate. It's 0 for 4, right? So you get this, you do a head jab for 6, and then Flame comes in for 1. So that's well above rate. It's also a starter and a pinch. Sorting Strike, also a starter. Sometimes you get cheeky with the Snatch, Blue Snatch, E-Strike, whatever. Mounting Anger, this is good value. This off of Rise from the Ashes is pretty gross. And then Blaze Headlong, super value. Gotta play the Blaze. And then we have our Head Jab package, which is Rising Resentment. This card actually comes in handy a lot. You want to sequence it where you think they won't block it sometimes because you'll have an all red hand, but you really want to cheat out the Mounting Anger. So this actually comes in handy a lot. Same thing is true. You want to cheat out the Flame Call. If you can cheat out a Flame Call on this, it's insane value. Flame Call gets your flames. This sets up really big combo turns. Spreading Flames, this is your baby Art of War. If you get both of these in the same turn, you basically just win the game. And then more head jabs that do nothing but head jab. Brown Cinderclaw is really cool for spreading flames turns where you don't have Art of War, and when you do, because it turns Salt the Wound into a Draconic, which makes it pretty gross. And then the best card ever printed, rest in peace, my sweet prince, Belittle. We run 3 in the main board for everything, and then we have 2 more on the side. Snatches. Snatch is a great finisher, comes in for 4, it's a break point, and if they don't block it, you draw a card, which is always awesome. And Lava Burst, 0 for 5, super above rate, pretty easy to hit. Once today against Alan, I had to use a Mask of the Pouncing Lynx to get a double strike to make it work out. And then he said, wait, what? So that's our red package. Go into our blues. Our blues are Trom. Trom, I don't know if I love or not. Sometimes turn 0, it's amazing. The rest of the time, you might want to just have a 0 for 2 finisher. Yeah, it's a 0 block 3. Or a blue block 3. Sometimes it's really good. In a mirror match, it's really good if you go first. So in very specific situations, this card is pretty great. 2 Minnowisms. Some people run 1. I run 2 because you don't want to block with it turn 0 and then just lose all the value. Soulbeat Strike. I actually run 3 of these, and that is mostly because it's a trap. If you play it when you want to arsenal a card, they'll probably give you a card just so you don't use the finisher, but the finisher is probably a starter for the next turn. And into Dromai, it's really good because it pops most dragons. If you go Phoenix Flame, off of a Shuka, you can Soulbeat Strike into a Genderai and just blow it up and then still get going, which is pretty nice. We play 3 blue Mounting Anchors. These were blue head jabs, but in the end game, when you're really grindy, especially if you're getting fatigued, the 0 for 2 or the 1 for 2 potential for 1 for 3 is really big. And then 2 snatches. These are funny finishers. They don't come up that often, but it forces a card from your opponent's hand to steal some tempo. And then Flying Kick is kind of hard to pull off because it's expensive, but it blocks 3, and when it's good, it's really good. It does 6, right? Or 5. So that's the blues. Sideboard, or this is the core. Double Strike comes in for straight combo, so if you're like racing Briar, you're racing Dash. It's also really good into Dromai because it pops Ashwings if they're trying to do the Ashwing spam game plan. CNC is good into aggro matchups, and it's good into Dromai. E-Strike, really good into Guardians, especially it's good into Guardians and it's good into Lexi. Because there's a lot of games in Lexi where you're trading, you know, I'm going to block your 5, you're going to do more, but I can come back with 7 as long as you don't give me Frostbite. E-Pot, also super good into Guardian matchups, especially Oldhim. If you drop an E-Pot and an Ice React you can still use this to do a finisher or something big. And obviously the Icelander right away. Also goes in versus Kano, because you need it's basically spell points at that point. Seek Blows, these are for Guardian. Questionable if you run them into Oldhim. There's 2 schools of thought. You can go super grindy Oldhim matchup and this blocks the hammer perfectly. Or you can just go YOLO and try to set up a combo turn and kind of knock them off. We play 1 Fate just because the Bravo matchup can be really scary. That's also really grindy, so we play 4. 2 yellow turtles. This is for one of them, anytime you play Lynx, just in case you're in a weird situation, you can pop it for resources. And then this comes in for Ice Heroes, Lexi, Oldhim, Icelander. Comes in for Kano as well, because you never want to be caught without a blue into Kano. And then I played 1 Salt the Wound. I played 2 before. You never really want to actually draw Salt the Wound, you just want to go tutor for it. You could run 2. If I don't think there's a Kano in the room that I'm worried about, this becomes the second Salt the Wound. Doing double Salt the Wound turns is like gross. Yeah, so that's it. Guy Rising Rebellion. Thanks, sis.
Thanks for the deck tech, dude, and congratulations and good luck at the Pro Tour in April.
Thank you so much.